nights for tackle, shocks, and bait. You swore you'd be home, but you were late. I watched you fish from dusk till dawn, while I sat alone looking like a pawn. Redington puts the red in redneck. He loves his poles more than a paycheck. Out on the lake, that's where he'll stay, while I pack my bags and just walk away. He's got tackle.
All right, going fishing where I was born, back home on the river. It's late fall, the water is super low. Big log in the water right here. Might be a little sketchy getting around, but the fishing should be good. They should be consolidated once you find them. So let's see what happens. Beautiful fall morning. Mississippi River. Of course, I eat a swim jig. First keeper of the morning. Power grub, swim jig. Little catfish. All right. Awesome. Yeah, there's a good one right there. All right. Get a big catfish and a little bass. It's awesome. And that catfish, I wanted to scream all sorts of profanities, but there's duck hunters right down here. I can hear them blasting. Not necessarily a good idea to piss off guys with guns, so they want to spook their ducks. But trust me, when that big old catfish ate, yeah, I was ready to do a tirade on that. Not, not the way you want to start the morning. Get all slimed up and. Should have been a good bass and that stupid catfish. Now we just got to try not to get shot by the duck hunters. That's more like it now. There's a nice little river bass there, another keeper. You notice a little inlet here, the water's really low. Right in front of all these ponds, backwater ponds that are high and dry now, there's tiny little ditches, you know, about as wide as the boat or even less. There's fish usually in every one of those. It's the first deep water right outside of it. Nice little guy. Another one. Little slobber knocker. Creature hog, looks more like a crawfish. Not a keeper, but you get around these little spots like that where it's just a big pond or big slough and it's closed off now. All those fish that get there in high water, they just pull back out. The water's gonna drop pretty fast. So man, it makes them kind of predictable. Right at the mouth of any of these sloughs, you're gonna find fish. seeing the swim jig I'm using. This is a Fenwick HMG. It's a medium heavy. Sorry, it's a medium, but it's moderate fast. That means it bends like this far down into the rod. So this thing, like even fish like that, it just keeps them hooked up so well. That's everyone that bites it, when they grab the jig, they can just get the bait well. On that swim jig, I don't know, that lighter rod tip, normally I used to always use like a medium heavy or a heavy, wanted something to pull them out of the grass, because you notice these are all around grass clumps, but you just pull it away from so many fish. That softer tip, that deep bend, going softer like that seems to work out better for me. Same with like bladed jigs, chatterbaits and stuff. Obviously everybody does that with crankbaits, but the bladed jigs, the swim jigs, I do like that softer tip. It just allows you to hook them up a little bit better. Look at that. Man. The old jerk shad. It's the, man, that's a Mississippi monster right there. You know what, for Mississippi River, that's a pretty good fish right there. At the Xenon, you hear the drag on this thing? Cut it down. This was on like a jerkbait or something before. I need to lock that down, but I don't know, it got sunny slick. You know, we started off here where it's first thing in the morning and they were active and they were chasing, they eating that swim jig a little bit, and that slowed down. So picked up the old jerk shad. I tried flipping too, and it's just they're on minnows, so that the flip doesn't seem to be working. The jerk shad just weightless, letting that drift down there. I don't know, that may be the deal today until that wind picks up or we get a little more overcast. Talking storms in the morning, but it's, you know, it's pretty muddy, sunny slick, so that big stump there, that usually puts them right on the wood. So that may be the deal. We'll see. Oh, then you get a prime stump and you throw it in again. Then you snag it. Great. That's awesome. So the deal with this jerk shad, it falls, the Berkeley one has no salt in it. So like say like the Zoom one or something, it falls fairly quickly. The jerk shad really glides, falls slowly. If you're trying to catch them down deeper, it just takes too long. You're gonna have to weight it or something. But shallow like this, how I like to fish it, I can still fish it fast. I throw it out and I crank my reel a few times and twitch it real fast and make it just dart, skip across the surface. It looks like a minnow that's fleeing, and then it just slow falls, just like barely goes down, and all of a sudden it'll magically just kind of kick and go a different direction. So it looks like a wounded or dying bait fish. But that real quick skitter, when you throw it in super shallow, if there's a little grass mat or on the bank, I'll throw it even on the bank, skitter it out, kill it, and do that 2 or 3 times, and then reel back in and cast again. It's that burn really fast and then die that triggers them. Otherwise, if you just work it out and twitch it back the whole way, or you let it fall all the way to the bottom, it's going to take forever on a retrieve. In the fall, especially when they're chasing minnows really shallow, that's where that quick retrieve right to the shore and then knock it right, or kill it right away, that's where I trigger a lot of strikes with it. So there's a shallow lay down right here. You watch, I'll throw it past it, work it up to it real fast, twitching and reeling it, and then kill it. So put it past, reel, twitch real fast, right on the surface, almost like a topwater, and then just kill it. And I'll do that again, bring it to the surface, work it real fast. Either if there's one in there, he's going to eat it when he sees it flying across. I'll try it one more time here. You can actually bring it over the top of the lay down. I mean, just scurry it across and just kill it. You don't have to worry about the action with side to side or whatever. It just looks like a minnow trying to get away, like real frantic. And then the action that makes him eat it is on the bottom when it goes down. And a lot of times in the fall, it's so shallow, they get up there chasing little bait, like all the way in the bank. You can't throw a crankbait up there. Like topwaters, if it's sunny and bright, they don't want to come up after the first hour. You know, chatterbaits and spinnerbait, you just can't get it up there. That's where this jerk shad in the fall is like my go-to, and I can throw it all the way on the bank or into like yard grass or just viney crap. It goes right on top like a frog. It it scurries across and then kills it. In that much water, you can still work this thing, or almost work it as a topwater. Oh, a nice one on the swim jig. Oh yeah. You saw that one got it. That one got it deep. That moderate, fast, that slower rod, softer rod, definitely lets fish get it. It's definitely sunny and slick, and you know, I had that jerk shad fish right out of a stump, and I thought maybe that was the deal. I had to slow down, but actually the fish are just on wood, and the deal is, it seems like with this muddier water, sunny slick, you have to put it right by it, and it doesn't matter a whole lot what you throw by it. Swim jig, I can just cover water faster. I get some mistake fish just in between, and then I fish like a jig a little bit and kind of up down, lift drop it through the stumps and laydowns, but they're definitely on wood. If there's grass around it, like eelgrass and pads, that's better. And the stuff out in the middle, for whatever reason, you know, it's only a foot and it's got current on it. Usually that's a neat spot to catch them offshore. And if you can spot those before you run into them, and I've not caught one off there. It's a shallow wood with a little bit of grass around it, and then it's that first cast right through there. So we kind of got the pattern, and we can just run around as long as that sun stays out and it stays slick like that, and it's this muddy water. I think it's going to be the deal. I do have one question for you, really simple one. How the hell does a lay down like this not have a fish in it? Like, I've thrown everything in here, slow worked it. I don't get it. I mean, this should be the most obvious guaranteed fish spot. Pretty snackerific today. Lunch supply, we have chocolate milk, crispy bar, 2 kind bars to act somewhat healthy, but not really. Going on sugar today. Oh, shit. Oh. That's a trick I like to do when I'm missing them on the frog. Go straight braid, and this is a Berkeley General. I just Texas rig it. You see it's torn up, but just weightless Texas rig it. Well, it's all torn up. I use weightless Texas rig it, and it goes on top. And man, they get it. It's my cleanup bait. It's like following up with a jerk shad or a fluke or something on a missed like chatterbait bite or something. But just that weightless General going right behind the frog when you miss one, man, they smoke that thing. That Berkeley General is so heavy. I don't know what they put in it, but it's heavy. It's loaded with all that max sense, so they grab it and won't let go of it. But man, it casts really well. This is a flipping stick, a 7.5 heavy. This is what I flip like half-ounce jigs with. Then I have the Rocket on there, but I mean, it's a heavy-duty setup. It's just like you're flipping, except for you just scoot it along the top. look at how he got that frog. They're like missing it. They're just like swatting. I cut the tails down. That thing's barely on the gristle. You see that, but swatting at the frog. Good one though. So we switched to the black one. Little guy, we got it halfway down, so maybe black's the deal. All right, well that was some fun river fishing. Frog got good, swim jig got good. Nice quality fish, just no giants, but it's kind of river fishing for you. Even got a big old catfish, how about that? Getting a little hot, time to go to dinner time. See you guys next time. Whoa.